Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. It started like any other Tuesday. Coffee brewed, toast popped, and millions across the UK tuned in to Good Morning Britain, a comforting routine as familiar as rain. At precisely 7:42 a.m., the screen flickered with dramatic music. Piers Granger, the ever-dramatic host, known for loving controversy like a cat loves cream, leaned into the camera. "We have breaking data," he announced, his tone a mix of triumph and dread. "The government's new internal figures, leaked exclusively to us, reveal that migration into the UK has reached an all-time high. Over 1.2 million new arrivals this year alone. That's double the last official count." A moment of stunned silence fell across households. The studio remained quiet, except for the faint shuffle of papers and the tight breath of the co-host, Hannah Lee. Piers continued, tapping a tablet with exaggerated emphasis. "And here's the kicker. Nearly half are unaccounted for in housing registries, health services, and employment data. The system, it seems, is cracking." The reaction was instant. Phones lit up, social media platforms exploded, hashtags like hashtag Britain bursting, hashtag migrant myth, and hashtag Piers propaganda began trending within minutes. Outside in the streets, a delivery man on his usual route paused to watch the broadcast through a pub window. His shoulders stiffened. Inside the pub, conversation turned to argument. Voices rose. By 10 a.m., the Home Office released a statement discrediting the figures, calling them deeply misleading and grossly exaggerated. They blamed unauthorized data interpretation, claiming the numbers were an aggregation of short-term student visas, seasonal workers, and re-entries by British citizens. But the damage was done. At the heart of the storm stood a quiet man named Dr. Malik Fahad, a statistician from Birmingham whose private analysis had been the source of the leak. He had sent his report confidentially to the show, hoping to spark a nuanced conversation about planning and infrastructure, not to incite chaos. "I wanted policy focus, not panic," he told reporters that evening, looking bewildered as crowds chanted outside Parliament. Meanwhile, Piers Granger defended the story with a characteristic smirk. "Facts are not fury. If the public is angry, it's not my fault for telling them the truth, it's the government's fault for hiding it. But truth, like a coin tossed in the air, has two sides." While some citizens rallied behind the sensational numbers, claiming vindication for years of border control concerns, others called it xenophobic scaremongering. "We're being fed fear for breakfast," said Noura Hassan, a second-generation nurse whose father arrived from Syria in 2008. "Migrant statistics aren't bombs, they're people." In Parliament, MPs debated emergency proposals to audit migration systems. In schools, children of migrant families faced whispered slurs. On high streets, shop owners reported both surges of support and flashes of hate. And in the Good Morning Britain studio the next day, the hosts returned with tired eyes and no retraction. Piers looked straight into the camera again. "We sparked a fire. Now it's up to Britain to decide what burns and what rebuilds." Days later, Dr. Fahad quietly joined an independent think tank to advocate for responsible media reporting and ethical data sharing. Hannah Lee announced her resignation from the show, citing irreconcilable differences in journalistic values. And a new face appeared in the studio, a calm, reflective voice calling for nuance, not noise. The statistics may have been shocking, the fury undeniable. But what lingered longer was a question echoing in millions of minds across Britain.